Hi, welcome to Professional Certificators channel. In this video we will explore 50 key terms related to Agile project management. 1. Agile, a set of principles for software development under which requirements and solutions evolve through the collaborative effort of cross-functional teams. 2. Scrum, a framework within which people can address complex adaptive problems, while productively and creatively delivering products of the highest possible value. 3. Sprint, a set period of time, often 2 to 4 weeks, during which specific work has to be completed and made ready for review. 4. Product owner, the individual responsible for defining features or requirements and prioritizing them. 5. Scrum Master, facilitates the Scrum process, ensuring that the team adheres to Scrum principles and practices. 6. Development team, a cross-functional group of professionals responsible for delivering potentially shippable increments of the product at the end of each sprint. 7. Product backlog, a prioritized list of features, enhancements, and fixes for the product. 8. Sprint backlog, the subset of the product backlog that the team commits to deliver during a specific sprint. 9. Daily stand-up or daily scrum, a short meeting, typically 15 minutes, for the development team to synchronize activities and plan for the next 24 hours. 10. User story, a concise description of a feature from the perspective of an end user. 11. Epic, a large user story that can be broken down into multiple smaller user stories. 12. Story points, a unit of measure used to estimate the effort required to implement a piece of work. 13. Velocity, the amount of work a team can handle during a single sprint, typically measured in story points. 14. Burndown Chart, a visual representation of the work remaining in a sprint over time. 15. Iteration, another term for sprint, mainly used in methodologies other than Scrum. 16. Retrospective, a meeting held at the end of each sprint where the team discusses what went well, what could be improved, and how to implement improvements in the next sprint. 17. Kanban, a visual method for managing work as it moves through different stages of a process. 18. VIP, work in progress, the tasks that are currently being worked on. In Kanban, limits are often set for VIP to maintain flow. 19. TDD, test-driven development, a software development process where you write tests before you write the corresponding code. 20. Continuous integration, C, a practice where code changes are automatically built, tested, and integrated into the existing codebase frequently. 21. Continuous delivery, CD, a practice where code changes are automatically built, tested, and prepared for a release to production. 22. Agile Manifesto, a declaration of 4 key values and 12 principles that guide an iterative and people-centric approach to software development. 23. Backlog Refinement or Grooming, an ongoing process in which the product owner and the development team review items on the product backlog to ensure the backlog contains the appropriate items, that they are prioritized, and that the items are at the appropriate level of detail. 24. Increment, the sum of all the product backlog items completed during a sprint and all previous sprints. It is always a step forward towards a vision or goal. 25. Timebox, a set duration of time that an activity should be constrained to, ensuring focus and efficiency. 26. Acceptance criteria, pre-established standards or requirements a product or project must meet. 27. Burndown Chart, a visual representation of the amount of work completed over time. 28. Stakeholder, anyone with an interest in the outcome of the project, for example, customers, users, managers. 29. Agile Coach, an individual who has a deep understanding of Agile methodologies and helps guide teams and the organization in adopting and optimizing Agile practices. 30. Definition of done, DoD, a clear and concise list of requirements that a software increment must meet to be considered complete. 31. Feature, a distinct element of functionality which can provide capabilities to the software. 32. Technical debt, the implied cost of additional rework caused by choosing an easy solution now instead of using a better approach that would take longer. 33. Pair programming, an agile software development technique in which 2 programmers work together at one workstation, with one writing code and the other reviewing each line of code as it's typed in. 34. Refactoring, the process of restructuring existing computer code without changing its external behavior. 35. Release planning, the process of planning the delivery of major versions of the product, typically involving multiple sprints. 36. Spike, a task aimed at answering a question or gathering information, rather than producing shippable product. 37. Scrum of Scrums, a meeting where multiple Scrum teams synchronize their work and discuss impediments. 38. Cross-functional team, a group of people with different functional expertise working towards a common goal. 39. Inspect and adapt, a principle that emphasizes the need for periodic checks on the product and process and adjustments as necessary. 40. Minimum Viable Product, MVP, a version of a product with just enough features to be usable by early customers who can then provide feedback for future product development. 41. Release, the act of launching a new version of the product to users. 42. Iteration Review, a review at the end of each iteration or sprint to inspect the increment and adapt the backlog if needed. 43. Pull System, a concept from lean manufacturing, where work is pulled only when there's a demand for it, rather than pushed based on predictions. 44. Lead Time, the time taken from the moment a new task is created until it's completed. 45. Cycle Time, the time taken from the moment work begins on a particular task until it's completed. 46. Agile Scaling Frameworks, frameworks designed to scale Agile practices for larger organizations with multiple teams and bigger projects, for example, SAFe, LASS, DAD. 47. Collaborative Games, activities or games used in Agile to foster collaboration, gather insights, or make decision-making processes more effective and interactive. 48. Value Stream, the series of steps an organization uses to build solutions that provide a continuous flow of value to a customer. 49. Feedback Loop, the process of using the outcomes, positive or negative, of a product or process to continuously adapt and improve. 50. Agile Transformation, the process by which an organization changes its culture, processes, and practices to be more agile. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe.